Leadership was at the very heart of it. Those of you from the Democratic Republic of Congo, I want you to go and read the letter written by Patrice Emery Lumumba, the man for whom I am named, to his wife, Josephine Opango. And read that letter, one of the most important letters ever to have emerged from a prison. And he says that even if the history of Congo is not written by him, it will be written by Congolese. Patrice Emery Lumumba was only aged 35 or 36 at that time. Leadership. He knew he was going to die. And I urge you to read the book by Ludo Devet, The Assassination of Patrice Emery Lumumba, to see how brave he was, even as he faced death. The Chui of Ghana have a saying that if you run after a coward for too long, you will meet his courage. Poverty, disease, bad politics have run after us for too long. It is time for them to meet our courage. And that is why we are talking about leadership. And it is upon us to provide that leadership. You know, in 1983, in his little book, The Trouble with Nigeria, Chinua Achebe writes of Nigeria, but it could very well be about Africa, that the problem of Nigeria, and I dare say Africa, is simply and squarely one of leadership. Until the day we resolve that problem, our hostels, our universities, our sectors will never be what we want them to be. It is urgent business. Those of you who are from Zimbabwe will remember the many words of Robert Gabriel Mugabe before he overstayed in power. He was as clear as clarity can be about African dignity. You cannot be a leader if you have no dignity. Dignity is the mother's milk of true leadership. Those of you who are from Mozambique, and you want to know that the name of your country, Mozambique, is after an Arab sheikh called Ibn Bik. That is how Mozambique acquired its name. The home of Samora Moises Machel. And I want you to go and read about leadership, not just from Samora, but from Eduardo Mondlane. And how they died for that which is good and right. Leadership at all levels is what is going to change the continent of Africa. I'm focusing on these individuals because, as they say in Hindu philosophy, when the politics of a country stumbles, everything crumbles. No matter how well-intentioned you are, if the toxicity of politics is alive and well, then everybody dies. If you doubt me, you go to Khartoum now, if you can go at all. Those of you who are from La Côte d'Ivoire, and you will remember in La Côte d'Ivoire, in the early days of Félix Houphouët-Boigny, although a Francophile, he was proud. And if you want to meet any proud people on earth, meet Côte d'Ivoirians. They love their country. And go to Abidjan or Grand Bassam, and you see pride. Pride is not a bad thing if it is not something that leads you into arrogance, because pride is the mother of excellence. When you are proud, you want to do things well. Those of you who are from Mali, many of you who are from Mali do not remember that there once lived a great man there, Modibo Keita. Modibo Keita and the Osagie for Kwame Nkrumah formed a union which did not go very far, and Patrice Emery Lumumba was prepared to be part of that union. Leadership, selfless leadership. Those of you who are from Namibia, and there are two great politicians who came out of that land, Namibia. One of them did not even go very far, but those of you who are from Namibia and those Africans, I want you to go and read the life, not of Sam Nujoma, but Andimba, Haman Toivo, Yatoivo. These were great men. And what they said is that in order to serve the continent of Africa, we must be dedicated to her. Those from Lesotho, the island kingdom, the home of my friend King Lethie. See what has happened. You may have had your problems, but leadership is about dedication and being culturally aware. I mention Lesotho because part of the African problem is that culturally we have been decimated. We have a saying in Kiswahili, mwachamila ni mtumwa. If you abandon your culture, you become a slave. If Africa is going to realize the potential, the positive aspects of our culture must be given their pride of place. Those of you who are from Nigeria, I've said it times without number when I'm in Nigeria, whether I'm in Nasarawa or in Kaduna or in Anambra or in Bayelsa, I keep on saying the day Nigeria gets it right, that is the day Africa wakes up. You only have to read the story of the early years of Nigeria during the days of the great Zik of Africa. Many of you do not know that Nnamdi Azikiwe was called the great Zik of Africa because he loved the continent, as indeed did Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. And you may not know, you Nigerians, in 1970, the king of Saudi Arabia was sick and went to be treated at the hospital in Ibadan. Today, we go to London and Dubai because of lack of leadership. But I want you to travel around the world. Some of the best doctors in the world, in the United States, in Europe, in America, are Nigerians, Liberians, Ghanaians, Kenyans. You go to Columbus, Ohio. There are no less than 65,000 Liberians, and there is a consulate in Columbus, Ohio. Liberia, Monrovia, that country that became the pilgrimage site for African Americans. What leadership have we had there? One can go on and mention many of the countries. In Benin, the home of Hubert Maga. Tanzania, I've already said, the home of Julius Kambarage Nyerere, that great man. Zambia, the home of Kenneth David Kaunda. Leadership, when he died, Kaunda. Julius Nyerere, when he left office, you know, they looked for bank accounts for them all over the world. Of Kaunda, they said that he had only the equivalent of $8,000 after 24 years in power. Honesty. Of Kambarage Nyerere, those of you